Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to this lesson. In this lesson, we're going to create something really interesting. This is going to be an appointment booking bot. So basically this bot is going to let the customer to pick a time and date and grab the basic information, and it will notify you or your client or your staff. The steps are pretty straightforward. Follow along. Feel free to watch this multiple times. Again, I'm going to turn this into a template for you to grab and download. So link is in the description. Go ahead and find it there. Without further ado, let's get into it. So first and foremost, let's create a new folder. This is going to be the folder underneath my mastery course. I'm going to call this appointment booking bot, and let's create a new flow. I'm going to call this pretty much the same thing as my folder name, okay? So here we're going to say something. Let's say, hey, and let's populate their first name and like that. And let's put a little emoji. Let's put a smile emoji here. You can write the next sentence right after this line. There's a couple of ways you can do this. Obviously, you can do it this way, or you can actually create a new message and you can type the second sentence here. Again, you probably already know my little trick here is to create a randomizer, at least 2 or 3 different variations and random path every time. And this way you can kind of customize the verbiage a little bit. So every time when the person lands on this bot, the verbiage is slightly different. Let's do page name, not ID. Welcome to this page name, because normally your page name should be your business name or your client's business name. So let's just do page name. Ready for a quick chat. Add that sentence there and then copy paste this entire sentence. Let's come to the second message. Let's paste it there. So we're going to say thanks for stopping by. Page name. Would you like to quit chat? Right? So different sentence here, obviously, and this one is ready for a quick chat and would you like to quit chat? And now both sentences are about the same, and that's push it to the third one. Let's do it this way, because the reason I want to push this main sentence here is because I don't have to create 2 different duplicated version, right? I'm doing that double the work. So in here this way, just merge it to one, and here let's give them a quick reply. Let's say sure and no thanks. Always give them 2 different options. If they click on not right now, we're going to push them to the next sentence. There's going to be another Facebook message to say, no problem. Thank you for visiting us, and please feel free to contact us if you have any questions, right? And here, obviously, you can create a button here. You can do send email or like live chat. You know, they can do 2 different versions in here just in case the person regrets. Click on not right now, right? You always want to give them some more options here. So in this case, you know that this is your option. So I'm going to delete that. And obviously, I would like to put a little 2-second delay in between these 2 sentences, so their eye is not too busy, right? Sometimes if you continuously send them messages, they're reading one sentence, so the next sentence replace with what they're currently reading. That's kind of annoying. So that's why I use delay smartly. You don't have to do long second delay. If this sentence is short, then normally this reply should be shorter too. And obviously, if you have a long sentence coming up, you want to create some more seconds here. Seems like you're typing a while, you know what I mean? And obviously, you can create some emoji here as well, right? It doesn't have to be just words. Sometimes emoji do an excellent job here. So in here, if they click on sure, and let's do here. Great. Next sentence is, would you like to chat with our sales team? In this specific case, I named this sales team. If your team has a name or this is different department, feel free to tweak this sentence, right? It doesn't have to be sales team. This could be our staff, our support staff, stuff like that. So let's give them 2 more options here. First option, yes please. Let's do an emoji of okay or no thanks, right? Yes please. Always give them options, because this kind of question, again, would you like to chat with a sales team? Obviously this is yes or no question, so don't give them only one option. Always give them 2 options. So this is yes and no, obviously, right? So if your question is like more yes or no question, always populate 2 of them. And if I click on yes please right here, Facebook message, here you could potentially grab a GIF, right? That's kind of spice up a little bit. Each person has different taste, so I'm not going to do GIF, but always try to make it more interesting, right? More engagement oriented, because putting a few GIF here and there can really spice up a little bot. So in here, you can create a GIF. If they click on yes, please, and then this GIF shows up, just simply pick the GIF you like, obviously, right? Like that. And then you can grab the media and you can grab one of these. Make sure you grab the title. If I copy and paste, and you want to grab the small smaller version, and you can just right click, save image as, and this is a web. So sometimes Giphy does this thing, right? It shows WebP image. You don't want to go with that. Let's go with source, paste it there, and right click on it, save image as, and it should show GIF here. The format has to be GIF, okay? So if that's the case, just download that GIF and you should be able to load up there. So in here, we're gonna tell them, would you like to proceed with appointment booking? And then obviously the answer is going to be yes or no. You see, so far what we got is like every path they choose, there's always a couple options for them to pick from. So in here, they're gonna say, ready for a quick chat, yes or no. If yes, we tell them, great. Would you like to get connected with a sales team? If they click on yes, please, we're going to ask them, would you like to continue booking this appointment? Or yes or no. If they click on no, we're going to tell them something else, such as like, hey, let me know whenever you're ready. So if they click on no thanks, just tell them no worries. Let me know whenever you're ready. Obviously here you can push them towards something like main menu, right? That's another place you can tell them to. Again, we all have different main menus, so keep that in mind. You could add that option here. I'm going to remove, and then when they click on I'm ready, we're going to do straight to connect to the message here above it. He is ready or she is ready to book appointment. So here you see sounds good. If you don't want to say sounds good every time, then feel free to use this trick. Randomizer, obviously, you create different paths and randomize every time. So every time when people land on this, it doesn't just say sounds good all the time. It populates different sentences here, right? So if they click on yes, that's when we're going to book them in. If they click on yes, what we're going to tell them here is going to be a user input because they agree to book an appointment. So let's just go straight to picking the time and date, right? So the enter question is going to be, please pick a time and date that's suitable for you. And in here, we want to change the reply type to time and date. Okay, that's really important, date and time. And we're going to save this to a custom field. We don't have a custom field created. In here, I'm going to type appointment, time, date, right? Click on new user field, click on that. And this is going to be time and date user field right here. Let's pick that option and click on create. This new field has been created. Just because you create it doesn't mean it's selected here. You want to select that specific one. Come down. This section is basically a reminder section. Imagine this person saw this message and suddenly a phone call came in and he totally forgot about it. So that's when input expires in 23 hours. So no input, then you can simply create a reminder. Okay, this section is meant for reminder. So text button is going to be choose time and date. So let's put a little emoji here, which is calendar emoji like that, right? So that works perfectly. Choose pick and time. And then in this specific field, we can really skip button. So because we can skip this and this button will be there anyway. So in here, obviously, you can give them a little quick populated sentence here to tell them, hey, please don't skip this step. It's really important. That's it for this step. So think about it. Please pick a time and date that's suitable for you and then tell them, please don't skip this step. And then we save their input as a custom field called appointment, time and date. And this reply type is time and date here, date and time. And then we do have a skip button that we cannot remove. The button itself is going to be choose time and date, right? That's very straightforward. When they click on this, they're going to pick the suitable time and date. When they finish this step, we're going to move on to the next step. In here, just in case the contact hasn't responded within 23 hours, we're going to populate another message here. We're going to give them a little reminder. So in here, we're going to tell them, 23 hours. If I click on it, if I click on this keyboard input, let's think about it. 23 hours might be too long. 3 hours later, this person still hasn't responded to me. Then I'm going to trigger this message because remember, in here he typed on yes, so he automatically unlocked the 24-hour rule. So within 24 hours we can send them unlimited messages. Doesn't mean you need to spam them, but just a nice reminder here. This is just a reminder that you haven't completed the appointment booking. If they click on resume, and that's bring them back to this, pick a time and date that's suitable for you. So in here we created a little loop to bring them back to the time and date picking option here. If they finish this option, we're going to move on to the next sentence. After finishing picking the time and date, in here we're going to tell them, hey, awesome, I just need a few more information from you. And in here we're going to set a little delay. This could be just 1 to 2 second delay will do the job, just in between here. And then if you just need a few more information, and we're going to create a user input. Here we're going to tell them what's your first name for the appointment, and then the keyboard user input, obviously reply type is going to be first name. The reason we pick first name is going to be automatically saved to a system field, right? Very convenient way for us to capture their first name. All the way to the button, we're going to remove this skip button here. So no skip allowed after they punching their first name. And then we're going to click on user input here. We're going to create another user input. So you can keep stacking this user input so they won't proceed. The only way they proceed is when the person finished responding to this specific option. In here, we're going to say, what about your last name? The reply type is going to be last name. System field is automatically going to be saved there. And then in here, obviously, some appointment requires the person's full name. If that's the case, then you want to remove skip button. However, some case you want to, skip the last name. Just grabbing their first name will do the job. Especially this is just a casual appointment booking. If that's the case, you can leave skip button as is. That means this person can skip their last name option, okay? In this case, I'm gonna do no skip button. I just need a few more information from you. What's your first name? What's your last name? And both options are captured. And let's grab one last important one is going to be their user input. In here, the way we grab their email is going to be what's your email address in case we get disconnected, right? That's a more friendly way to grab their email address instead of just, hey, what's your email address? Obviously, the keyboard input is going to be their email address. We're going to save the email address to the system field. However, set email opt-in. This is really important. We're going to turn that option off. You'll see what I'm talking about. Let's scroll down to the button, skip button. We're going to remove it. The reason I remove that is because you don't really know if this person agreed to receive email from you. You always want to send them consent, right? So after they leave their email address, we're going to quickly run a condition here. So this condition is going to grab their email to see if their email opt-in is true or false. If it's false, we're going to grab their email consent. If it's true, that means the person had previously agreed on receiving email from you. That's email consent we used, because this email consent can be any other flow, right? If this person agreed to receive email from you in other flow, so there's no point of asking them again. Let's do a quick condition. If it's true, then just send them email. If it's not, then we need to definitely let them agree on receiving email from us. By clicking button below, you agree to receive. Let's remove this marketing email. This is my template. Let's just say receive appointment related emails from page name and accept our privacy policy. Click agree to confirm receive emails from us. When they click on agree, that's when we proceed to the next step. And if they click on I do not agree, and then we're just going to tell them, unfortunately, I won't be able to book you in unless you agree to terms and conditions. We can do go back as one option or live chat. Remember, always give them plenty of option here. Live chat, go back. I changed my mind is another term you can use. I'm going to remove live chat, but again, if you do have a live chat feature, you definitely want to get a hold of the live chat support team here, because the person might have some trouble here. So you want to get a hold of your staff. If they click on I change my mind, let's loop them back to this specific card. Okay, let's put it underneath here. So this card is going to be letting them to choose I agree. So if they click on I don't agree, it's going to keep looping back into this message until they click on I agree, then proceed them to the next step. After grabbing their email, I personally recommend to grab their phone number as well. So what's the best phone number to reach you at? And change the content type to phone. All the way down, we're going to skip this button. Let's remove that skip. And that's all we need to do. And you see, we grab their first name, last name, email, and phone. After all this input, we run a condition to see if they already agreed on receiving email. Yes or no. If yes, then we proceed. If no, then we stop. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to display everything we grabbed from them, right? We grabbed all these data from them. Now it's a good time to display this information and let them choose like either confirm or, hey, I want to tweak around with those segments. So please confirm the information of your appointment below. And now we're going to give them a 2-second delay. Seems like we're typing, and we're going to create a new text. In here, we're going to display everything. First name is what we grabbed, last name, and email, phone number. After doing these ones, all we need to do is go back to the first name, do a space, and we're just going to find a system field. So let's type in first name, grab that one. This is a puzzle game. You literally find the right one. Make sure you find the right one. Search last name, system field last name, and email. Make sure you put a space in between as well. Email address, and then phone number, and click on that phone, that system field phone. And last but not least, remember, where did we save them here to? Just wanted to remind you here, appointment, time and date, right? Remember that custom field? This is the custom field saved their time and date, right? So in here, we're just going to find that specific custom field. We're going to do here. So appointment, time and date. Give them 2 buttons here. So the first button is going to be correct. So when they click on correct, we give them an emoji of okay and emoji. Second button is going to be make changes. Either hit correct or make changes. Here we have 2 options, right? Either everything is correct, the information I input here is correct, or I want to make changes. So if they click on correct, that's when we tell them, hey, your appointment has been successfully booked. And if they want to click, hey, I want to make changes, let's bring them all the way back here. Because we don't have to ask them if would you like to book appointment. They already agreed on booking appointment. We're going to just bring straight to the pick a time and date and let them go through this entire flow one more time. So this time they can retype everything and they confirm one more time, right? Again, the system is still going to populate this everything to them on their second round. If they still have some mistake they want to make, let's loop them back one more time until they're happy with it. Then we correct that. And then here, obviously, after grabbing their consent, and we're going to push I agree to this same card. Please kindly confirm the information below. If they click on yes, correct, we're going to populate the last sentence here. I want to put a green check emoji here. After they click on correct, everything is correct. They confirm that, where confirmation here is going to be your appointment has been confirmed. 2-second delay. Our team will reach out to you shortly. There's a lot you can do here. Later on, when we introduce Zapier, that's going to be a game changer. With a Zapier, what you can do is you store all the information here. And what you can do a lot here. You can actually book certain appointment into your team system. That's what you can do. Or create certain calendar. Google Calendar. You want to create certain event. That's what you can do as well. At the end, obviously, we're going to bounce everything on a Google Sheet so we can store everything on a Google Sheet. What I always want to push them is towards main menu. See if there's any more options you can push them to. When I mean main menu, what you're really doing here is to push them to a main menu flow. Same as anything else, live chat and the contact us, you can provide them to a flow. Keep that in mind. I'm not going to include that in this flow. This is just keep everything nice and simple. And in here, obviously, what we want to do is we want to do a few things. Action step is always must have. Appointment booked is what my tag here will be, or you can say appointment booking success. That could be another tag. Basically, in the near future, if you want to quickly populate everybody that booked the appointment with you, this is how you're able to come to audience sections. You can filter it by this tag. The system will show you everybody who has this tag, which means this person booked an appointment with you, right? Obviously there. And obviously we want to add another action here. We want to notify admins. Really important. We can trigger an email message to the entire admin or certain people that's in charge with appointment booking to let them know that we have a new appointment just came in. If you have a client you work with, right? If Chatbot really converts people, right? Really book tons and tons of appointments, this is actually a really good thing for your client. The email just rolling in, right? Appointment booking are coming in, and then this this way, your client can tangibly feel and see the results of how you're using Chatbot to book these appointments for your client. So that's really beneficial there. You can always add an emoji. We got a new appointment. Here's more info. What we do here is we're going to come to this segment where we ask them to confirm everything. I'm going to copy paste this entire section. I used Command A to select everything, Command C to copy, and you just want to come to this specific email and we're going to copy paste here. Just paste it there by Command V. So in this way, your client or your team can see a little bit more information about this person. You can either email the entire team or you can actually uncheck that and only check specific person. Okay, two different options. Your team can actually see a button in the email. If they click on view live chat, that's going to load up ManyChat app on their mobile device. I can show you guys that step just in a moment. So basically this is everything. And the last thing we want to do is after this action step, we want to trigger an email. Remember, this client agreed on receiving emails from us. And so let's populate this entire segment, edit designed. Obviously, you can change the verbiage as you want. So in here, I just simply composed a really simple email. Your appointment has been confirmed. Here is more detail about your appointment, first name, last name, email, phone number, time and date, right? And thank you for booking with us. And page name, I added one more word here, which is team. This is your page name and team, right? Or support team, whatever. You can modify this as you want. It's always really simple to modify it. You can either include a button or not include a button at all. So in here, what we want to do is remove this button, and then that's pretty much it. I want to add a few space at the bottom. So that's pretty much my entire email. In here, you want to insert a subject line. Your appointment has been confirmed, and that's pretty much it. We need a pre-header here as well. This goes right underneath subject line. And then right here, if I click on publish, and it says I have one more place I haven't been dealt with, which is, would you like to proceed with appointment booking? If they click on no, what we can do is we can create one more sentence here. If they click on no here, we still tell them no worries, let me know whenever you're ready. If they click on ready, we're gonna tell them, hey, pick a time and date below that's suitable for you. So this way, the no option has been dealt with. If I click on publish now, it should give me all green. So my entire flow has been published. So obviously, if you feel like a little bit messy here, you can create automatically arrange the steps. If I click on it, I don't know why ManyChat dragged this very long, but we can obviously shrink it a little bit down. If you saw my previous step, you can always hold on shift. You can select multiple cards and just move them a little bit up. So this way, everything is nice, organized, right? Click on publish one more time. So our content has been published. Now let's give it a quick test round. Give it a quick test round by clicking on preview, and it should load up my preview message right there. Yes. Good day, Tario. That's my first name. Welcome to, the page name, and ready for a quick chat. I'm clicking on sure, and then great. Would you like to chat with our sales team? Yes, please. Sounds good, right? Would you like to proceed with appointment booking? If they click on yes, please pick a time and date in below, right? Right there, I'm going to click on that calendar icon. This is quickly going to populate ManyChat's own version of time and date picking. And then if I click on specific time, let's say I do it on the 21st, 12 p.m., click on the blue button, and that's everything. Awesome. I just need a few more information. What's the first name for this appointment? I'm going to do, that's my first name. Let's type in that first name. What about your last name? That's my last name. And what about email address? That's my email address. And that's my phone number. Please kindly confirm the information below. You see, it nicely populated everything that I need. So first name, last name, email, phone number. If I click on correct, your appointment has been confirmed. Our team will reach out to you shortly. Look at what happens right now. I got an email notification here. If I click on it, this is sent to all the staff, right? Who owns the bot or who is in ManyChat team. If I click on this blue button, view on ManyChat, that's actually going to open up ManyChat app and to deal with the customer support inside of this app, okay? That's it for this lesson, guys. Hope you guys picked up some value and nuggets here and there. If you enjoyed this lesson, let me know, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.